42. That's how many worlds Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed burned through last time they played Minecraft Hardcore. 105 hours. One boss. August 7th, they ran it back. 4 bosses this time. Day 5, they still hadn't killed one.
Bro, stop it. I went to go pee. It was a bad seed anyways, bro.
And it wasn't the bosses stopping them. It was a fish, a skeleton, a shield in the wrong hand, and Speed's own pet dog. By day 5, one of them had died almost twice as many times as the other. And I promise you it's not who you think. Here's the rule set, because it's the whole reason this is happening. Hardcore Minecraft is the meanest way to play. Difficulty locked on hard. Hunger drains faster. Mobs hit harder. And when you die, you don't respawn. The world is gone. Kai and Speed play the same world from 2 rooms. Kai on Twitch, Speed on YouTube, same seed. Which means, if either one of them dies, both of them start over. Not the one who died. Both. And that's the part everybody underrates. You're not playing against the game, you're playing against your friend's attention span, and the stream does not close until all 4 are dead. Not the dragon, all 4, Ender Dragon, Wither, Elder Guardian, Warden. Only the dragon is part of finishing Minecraft. The other 3 you go looking for on purpose. The Warden lives in the deep dark, a biome most players spend their entire Minecraft lives avoiding, and they gave themselves 10 days. Hold on to that number. It gets funnier the longer this goes. Day 1. Not of the boss fights, of the entire attempt. They died to a blaze, then they reset and died to a blaze again.
Oh my God! Bro.
Then again. If you don't play, a blaze is a floating fire thing in the nether that lobs fireballs. It's not a boss. It's not even a hard mob. It's the thing standing between you and the item you need to reach the boss. They died to the doorman, on day 1, repeatedly, which set the pattern. None of the deaths on this list came from the thing they were preparing for. Then Speed ate a pufferfish. Not because he was starving, because chat told him to. A pufferfish gives you poison and nausea. In a normal world, that's an annoying 4 seconds. On hard, with no respawn, poison just walks your health down. So a world ended because a text box dared him. And he did it anyway, because that is functionally the entire product. Nobody clicks a stream where Speed makes careful decisions. Read that again. Then a skeleton got one. Just a skeleton. The mob you kill in the first 10 minutes of every world you've ever made, casually landing a killing blow and deleting hours. And at this point, people started counting, which is when the question that's been following these 2 since 2024 came back. Are they actually trying? Ninja said it out loud after the first marathon. The deaths looked deliberate, they didn't want to win. Kai clapped back. This time, XQC got there before the stream started. Farming ads, I see, he posted, then walked it back with, I'm just kidding. Mr. Beast's estimate was 1 sentence. This takes a month if they don't cheat. And there's now a prediction market with real money on which of them finishes with more deaths. Worth knowing what these 2 are like when a rule set is on the line. Their Fortnite marathon ran 57 hours and 206 losses before they won on the 207th. And they'd already had a win before that one. They deleted it themselves. A stream sniper had cleared the lobby for them, and went back on for another full day to get a clean one. 2 guys farming ad revenue do not delete a win they already have, so they're not faking it. Which leaves the worst explanation, and it's the one the next 4 deaths are going to show you. Because the death that actually explains this whole run is Kai's, and it's not funny at all. He was building a raid farm. He had a Totem of Undying in his inventory, the one item that stops you from dying. You take a hit that should kill you, and the totem burns itself instead. The totem was in his hotbar. His hand was holding a shield. A Vex hit him, one of those little flying blades that goes straight through walls, and the totem never fired. Because a totem only works when you're holding it. Hours of farm work. Gone. Over which slot an item was sitting in. Watch how long Kai sits there before he says anything.
It was a bad seed anyways, bro. It was a bad... I literally went to go pee.
You're not locked. You're not locked. You're not.
I'm literally locked.
You're fucking not.
I'm literally locked.
Speed screamed at him about the item and about not listening during the fight. Kai sat there and took it. The overlay in that moment read 7 deaths for Kai, 15 for Speed. Read those 2 numbers again because everybody watching skipped straight past them. Before I show you the 2 that matter most, pick a side. I actually want to know. Skill issue or business model? Is a man who eats a pufferfish on a dare at hour 40 just tired, or does he know exactly what a dead world is worth in watch time? The people closest to them can't agree either. Agent 00, who's in AMP with Speed, said it flat on his own stream. "You're never going to finish this, bro. 2 years," he guessed. "Whatever you picked, the next one is going to test it." 70 hours in, 31 deaths deep. Kai Cenat got killed by Speed's dog, not a wild wolf. Speed's tamed wolf. The pet. The thing you build specifically so it fights for you. A tamed wolf in Minecraft defends its owner. Hit the owner, the dog comes for you, which is a rule that costs you nothing your whole life, right up until the guy standing next to you owns the dog. 70 hours. Gone. To a pet. That's the floor of this run, and they were only halfway to their own deadline. Every clip you've seen from this run is Kai. Kai crying, Kai holding the shield, Kai getting bodied by a dog. Within a day, the internet had decided Kai Cenat is the reason this keeps dying. By day 5, the counter read Speed 27, Kai 15. Speed has died almost twice as often.
I went to go pee.
No. But why are you not protecting yourself, bro?
I went to go pee.
He just does it quieter, in smaller pieces, and nobody clips a guy walking into a skeleton. The internet didn't pick the person who dies most. It picked the person who reacts hardest. Those are not the same thing, and one of them is measurable. And then on day 5, roughly 75 hours in, a piglin killed Speed in the nether. Esports reports he started it. That he shot a zombified piglin, the whole pack turned, and he had a Totem of Undying on him when they got through. So that's twice. Kai had a totem, and it never fired because it was in the wrong hand. Speed had a totem, and it didn't matter because he swung first. 10 hours of world. Deleted. And the person who broke on camera was Kai. He put his face in his hands and started sobbing. Then he stood up, slammed his chair, and walked off the broadcast.
This nigga's playing. Oh.
5 days of the internet telling Kai Cenat he was the problem, and the moment he actually cries, it's over a death that wasn't his. And then the two of them went straight back to punching wood and arguing about who was mining the next batch of coal. That's the answer to all of it. They're not dying to Minecraft. They have barely met Minecraft. They haven't fought a single one of the 4 things they came for. They're dying to the 6 seconds after a decision, the wrong slot, the wrong biome, the wrong dare from a chat box, stacked 40-something times across 5 days without real sleep. Now, here's the part that reframes every number I just gave you. The 2024 version of this. 105 hours, 42 dead worlds, and a spiral I'll get to in a second. Pulled 18.8 million hours watched across both channels. That is comparable to an entire season of a top-tier League of Legends league. Kai peaked at 381,000 people watching at once. Speed at 351,000. Nobody stayed for the dragon. The dragon took seconds. People stayed for hour 94 when Kai threw a chair across the room because he'd broken the end crystals and nobody told him what to do next. The deaths aren't the obstacle standing between these two and the content. The deaths are the content, and the 4 bosses are just the excuse to keep the camera running until enough of them happen. So scoring this like a speed run. The totem wasn't the story, and neither was the piglin. The silence after them was. And then tell me who ends this run with more deaths. If you say Kai, you're going with the internet. The counter says something else. 27 and 15. 42 deaths in 5 days. The first time, 42 dead worlds is what made them famous. And that took 105 hours and ended with a dragon on the floor. This time they got there in 5 days with all 4 bosses still standing, and by the time you watch this, the number will be higher. 2 years ago, 70 hours into the exact same challenge, these two stopped the stream and put an actual therapist on camera. That video's next. Subscribe so it lands on your homepage.